Hi, I'm Donna Joy Asher from the Magnetic Life Club, and I want to talk to you about what life would be like if you 100% believe that something would work. So I often see this when I'm working with clients. They want something, right? And they say they want it with their whole heart, but then they're just not going for it. And we start working together and they pay me and we're working together, and weeks go by with me trying to get them to do the most simplest of tasks. So meanwhile, they come up with very solid reasons for why they couldn't get it done. Things happen, they change their mind about their focus, they decide to spend time on something that, while it might be helpful, is not necessary now, rather than doing what they really need to be doing. One day I looked at myself and I realized I was doing it too. So I was doing it in many areas, but for example, I had read a book, The Brain's Way of Healing by Norman Deutsch, and in that he talked about Feldenkrais, this amazing man, and he mentioned that eyes, as we get older and our eyes slide, it's actually to do with the muscles pulling on the eyeballs and changing the shape of the eyeballs. And Feldenkrais, apparently they have some exercises that allow the eyeball to return to the normal shape and for the eyesight to return. Now, my eyes have been a constant source of concern to me, and they have been getting worse and worse. And I'm at the sort of the extent of my multifocal contacts, where if I go any further into being able to see short-sighted, I won't have any long sight left at all. And yet, even with that, even knowing that I'm reaching the extent of my contacts and not wanting to wear glasses all the time, I was doing nothing about it. And I was like, why is that? Why, when I read the book, was I like, wow, that's amazing, I could really do that. Why was I doing nothing about it? And then I realized why. It was because I didn't truly believe it would work for me. And that's why I wasn't doing everything in my power to do it. So I took that back to my clients and I realized that it was also true for them. When they were not doing everything they could to make their dream come true, when they were coming up with excuses and other reasons and changing their focus, a part of them did not believe that what they wanted was possible for them. Instead, they thought that they didn't know enough, that they couldn't have it, they weren't good enough, they weren't deserving enough. There was all these different things, right? And it was those parts that were preventing them from taking massive action. It was creating resistance that was stopping them from being able to go for it. Because the truth was, if they had 100% believed in their ability and their right to have what they wanted, they would have been racing towards it. If they 100% believed it was possible, there would have been no stopping them. So let's look at another example. If a future you came to you, told you the numbers for that night's lotto, showed you a paper dated the next day in which you had won lotto, and then told you had to get down to the lotto store and put a ticket in the next 5 minutes, you would be into your car, out that door and off to that store. There would be absolutely no hesitation. No, maybe I'll do it today, maybe I won't. Because you 100% believed, you had the proof in front of you, and you knew that all you had to do was get to the store, put those numbers in, and you were going to win lotto. The truth is that most of us have these parts in us that don't believe it can happen. And these parts, these part personalities, these aspects of us, they create resistance that stops us. It's very cleverly cloaked, and it never looks like what it is, which is a deliberate attempt to self-sabotage our attempts, right? You see, if a part of you doesn't think that you are good enough to have what you want, and then you don't get it, that part is validated in their belief, and that's just too painful, right? It's one thing to believe that you might not be good enough, but to have it 100% proved to you, it's too painful. So these parts hold us back, and they stop us from doing what we need to do to keep us safe, because the alternative is not really to them an alternative at all. But it just keeps us stuck. It slows us down, it makes us cautious, and it prevents us from achieving the very thing we say we wanted. Because if we really went for it and failed, it would be more painful to that part, right, than not going for it at all. If, however, you believed that it was 100% possible for you, then you would go for it 100%, and you would be able to create it. You would not stop. You would not doubt yourself. You would not question yourself. You would just clear everything out of the way until it was done. It is the very belief that we can't have it that is creating that very thing, right? And our lack of success backs up that lack of belief, even though it was a belief that created it in the first place. Whichever way you play it, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what if you went the other direction and chose to go for it 100%? to put the emotions that brought up to the side, to ignore the fear and the doubt, and to stay focused on your goal, how do you think that would change your life? Do you think you would start to see some forward motion? Do you think you would start to be able to move towards your goal? Do you think it would get easier and easier to ignore the doubt and fear if you had proof that what you were doing worked? Of course it would. And that is what separates those that make it from those that don't. The ability to keep putting one foot in front of the other and to keep showing up for themselves and to push through the discomfort and hold the tension for long enough that they are finally able to have what it is that they want. So next time you find yourself putting this dream life on hold, choosing to do something else and choosing what you really know that you need to do, stop and think about it. Think about why that is and ask yourself, if I 100% believed that I could have this, if I 100% believed that I was worthy of it, if I 100% believed that it could be mine, what would I be doing right now? And then just go for it.